Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Yes, greatness flows through the air, y'all. Greatness flows through the freaking air today. But, should I say but? No, because but usually is preparing you to contradict something and that greatness still flows. I would say in, because we're combining in. Knowledge resides, right? Okay, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Why? Because let me tell you something. And this is a lesson for me. Sometimes, you know, forgiving others are great. But forgiving yourself is greater, right? Have y'all ever just been in a situation where you feel like, man, I done let that go. I done moved past this and that and all that different kind of stuff, or what this person and that person or that thing that situation have done to me, but you still find yourself stuck. Forgive yourself. Even when it comes down sometimes to single moms, there's things that we have to do or have done, to keep our children and things flowing. At least that's what we think at the time, right? Sometimes we get put into situations just to see, if we're able to create an outcome, right? Everything in life, we are human. Everything in life teaches us. Whether it teaches us to do something or whether it teaches us not to do something. But they all are lessons that can either be applied in the near future, a next lifetime, or it could be applied to our seeds, our generations to come, and some of our family members around us. While we're holding on to some things that we weren't proud of, sit and think of that moment. In that moment, how did you feel? My baby done woke up. How did you feel? Let me find an example that's not just so that doesn't require so many details. All right. So one thing that was that has been popular previously, and previously could be forever ago. I probably watched it somewhere in another lifetime. But anyways, one of the common stories are a mom needing to go and get some milk for the baby. I'm a nurse, so hey, but she didn't have the money or dad. They went into the store and they grabbed some milk without paying for it, which, if you use terminology, would be called stealing. Okay, now they did a little bit, they had consequences, whether it was a fine or whether someone let them go, or whether they even went to jail for some milk, right? They can hold on to that consequence or what happened and the negative aspect of it, and it can block them. Oh, how can I tell my children or somebody else not to steal when I did in this moment? How did you feel at that moment? It was more of a thought of, I have to feed my baby, right? It was more of a heroic perspective at that time. It was more of I'm going to do what I got to do to make sure my child, has a sufficient amount of nutrition for the body. Now, you see where I'm going with that? What was your cause? What was your purpose in that moment? We tend to look at the negative outcome or the negative perspective that blocks and holds us down, when in reality, it was a lesson. Okay, so what could be the lesson from that? Let's look at the outcome. You went to jail behind it. Okay. What happened in jail? You were able to think and reflect on some things if you had that mindset. But you also know that your child did not go without. Understand that. Yeah, the story can go on and on and on and on, but just like, we ain't finna get so technical, right? Okay, let's say the person let you go and gave you the milk. Whether they gave it to you or not, lesson learned from that is there are great people in the world. Everybody isn't against you. Compassion goes a long way. By that person having compassion and understanding, they gave me what I needed, you know. And maybe I could have just asked for it. Okay, say you got a fine. So much could happen around that, you know. But it will be something worthwhile. Now later on, let's say that you're going and you're trying to be prosperous and this and that and that and that. You've changed your life around. You got all this wealth and stuff when they do that. Anyways, you got all this wealth and stuff going for you. And now somebody remembers your story. That you went and stole some milk for your child. And by you hearing that, you feel like you are destroyed. You feel blocked. Because of something that happened in your face. You know why? Baby, forgive yourself. When you give power to anything, a situation, a person, you lose it within you. Man, how can something that hurt you in your past help another person? It's your past. You control that. You control how it comes into your life. That's like throwing a ball. You're playing baseball or whatever. You see how this person threw this ball and it hit you. No, you're not gonna say you home. No, it hit you. That person goes again and throw that ball the same way. Are you gonna stand there? More than likely you're not. You're gonna move. You're gonna swerve. That's the same thing with things that happen in life. You don't let you learn from things. You don't let the same thing keep knocking you down. What happens when you stand and say, yeah, I did this, and what? It taught me something. And that same thing that taught me something could probably teach you. That same compassion that I learned from that situation could probably teach you to have compassion, because more than likely you're going to be in that situation. This is me talking to that person. You understand what I'm saying? You know, as the pendulum swings one way, it is bound to swing the opposite. It doesn't stay the same, just like the clocks and just like time. It keeps moving forward. So if you remain in a state where you're constantly beating yourself up and not forgiving yourself, you're going to be stuck. Or you could take that shit and roll with it and let it swing back and forth with you and apply it. Gain that wisdom. And remember, wisdom don't come from you just knowing everything. Some of my wisdom came from some of my darkest moments and my deepest lessons. Everything thrown at you is based off of your perspective. Even if you don't see it within that time. You are great. We all have purposes on this journey. And if we did not go through anything, how can we teach others? Everybody's not going to understand. And it's not meant for them to. But the right ones that's in alignment with you and that's meant to understand it will gain it. Forgive yourself for it all. And understand that it all had a reason. This is one reason why I always, again, promote shadow work. It's not for anything else. It's for you. Because, baby, once you master you, it's on. It's on. I don't care how long and how slow it may be. Self-mastery is the key to keep pushing forward. You got this. Just like I got this. And anybody that comes in your path that needs your guidance will have it. Clear your mind. Take that moment to reflect if you need to. But forgive yourself. Journey, why are you under my shirt like that? I love them. I love them. But forgive yourself and feel that blockage be removed. Understand that. I love y'all, my family. I love y'all, and I feel as if there's something else I want to say, but hey, it's bright and early, and I just thought about that as I was journaling. Forgiving go a long way. But you know what? At the end of the day, week, year, all is well. All is well as it will be. I am the leader boss lady. Till we meet again, my family, I love you. Relax, reflect, and release. All right, talk to you later.